Now we're going to have a presentation of the review of the committee's recommendation on the budget. Representative Bogut. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It says here, I'm looking at some minutes here from January 19th, meeting minutes for the Budget Review Committee. I'd like to know when that meeting was noticed and where it was noticed.
Okay, I'll have to find it.
It was not in a local paper and it was not on the website. So I'm trying to find out how this meeting was
Did you
held.
just realize that tonight?
No.
Oh, I'm just curious.
This is the first time we're meeting, Mr. Chair, and I'm trying to find out why this meeting was not noticed in the local paper or on the website.
Well, with a little bit of advance notice, we could have probably had that prepared for this evening. But don't have it.
Mr. Chair, if you didn't notice the meeting, it was an illegal meeting.
I assumed it was noticed.
Well, then I'd like to know where, and I think that it shouldn't be that hard to find out.
So you just given the answer.
Yeah, we'll look it up and let you know, and then you'll know.
Because according to 91A, if we are consistently posting meetings on the website, then that's how we're supposed to post meetings on the website. And this meeting was not noticed on the website. And I'm trying to find out why.
You just got the answer twice. Would you like it one more time? That's the
Okay.
risk of being rude.
And to further that point, if the meeting wasn't noticed, and it doesn't say where this meeting was held on these minutes, nor does it say who made the motion to elect Representative Bogut chair, or if there was a second, that is a violation also of 91A.
Well, I made the motion, just so I.
Well, it's not listed in the minutes, and there's no recording of that meeting.
So what would you like us to do?
Well, in my opinion, if there was an illegal meeting held, there was no election of officers.
So you want us to throw the budget out?
Pardon?
You want us to throw the budget out that we did?
Well, how could you form a budget if you?
I'm asking you a question. Do you want us to throw the budget out? Because then it goes back to the commissioner's budget. Is that what we're gonna do?
Well,
Sure, the taxpayers will love that.
we can go over the budget ourselves, right?
We should have
Because
done it in the first
obviously-
place. We asked that of everybody.
What?
If you wanted us to do the budget as a whole.
Well,
And
no.
everyone said no.
We wanted it recorded, like we said, we were told it would be. We were also told that the meetings would be noticed, which they weren't until,
Allegedly not.
Allegedly.
I forgot to start throwing stuff around.
So if I looked in the Laconia Daily Sun for 2 weeks prior to this, looking for this meeting notice, and it wasn't there, and I went on the website and noticed that it wasn't there, where would it have been noticed?
The answer from our county
You
administrator.
have to have it noticed in one of those two places.
We'll get the answer from the county administrator.
Why is this just being brought up now? They should have been brought up.
It was,
Just to make a show.
well, the thing is it was brought up when the first meeting was not recorded. According to Representative Terry, I believe, sent out an email asking why the meeting wasn't recorded. And I think it was you, Representative Hara, that stated that because nobody was online.
I did not fully state that. I said we didn't have it recorded, and I did say we could come to the meeting, and every meeting after that was recorded.
Correct, but at the previous meeting in January 10th, it was stated that all meetings would be recorded as it has been in the past.
It didn't say that way. You did not say it. It said that.
Okay, we're gonna end this here. I want to know exactly what you would like to.
Well,
to
I don't know how we can move forward with Representative
Well,
Bogut as the
make
chair.
a motion or whatever you're up to, and we'll deal with that and go from there.
You know, I really don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words at the incompetence.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're quite welcome.
I'll accept that. Anybody else got anything they want to say about this, or a recommendation, or a motion, or,
Should we ask the county attorney what we should do from here?
I don't know, this guy right here might know.
Oh, yeah, you're just.
Well, if the question is whether or not the motion is noticed. If there isn't any evidence here, the fact that the minutes and the minutes of other meetings indicate that the proper procedure was followed, and it has. If somebody in the organization has evidence to the contrary, they can present it and move to cancel the meeting. If not, the group has the authority to move forward, and if the member was upset by it, can try and file a lawsuit. It's pretty simple.
Representative Concord.
Thank you. It also states in 91A that all meeting minutes shall say who made a motion and who seconded. There is not, going through all of these budget review committee meetings, not one motion and not one second on what was done.
And there is one set of minutes, which I believe is the 15th, should have, because I think the committee decided not to make motions until the end when you voted on the totals.
Then, may I ask why you were just changing lines throughout as you were going through the minutes, through the budget process? You were changing dollar amounts.
We're reviewing the budget. That's our job.
Right, but you weren't making a motion to change those line items.
The motion to accept them, that what we changed was at the end, which is then brought to us here to accept now.
Okay. And one further point of clarification, Mr. Chair. It was also stated on the February 1st meeting by Representative Bogert that when discussing or minutes and anything else with the budget, to blind copy everybody, which is a clear violation and circumventing 91A.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. Would you like me to read you the law?
We were read it by the appropriate people from there, that if you don't blind copy it, then that means that you can email everybody at once, which then would constitute a meeting, and that in itself would be in violation of 91A. So therefore, if you were to blind copy everybody, the most you could ever send is to one person at a time, which in that case would not be in violation of 91A.
Section 91A2-A, communications outside meetings. Communications outside a meeting, including but not limited to sequential communications among members of a public body, shall not be used to circumvent the spirit and purpose of this chapter as expressed in RSA 91A.
That does not say
That is
anywhere
correct.
about BCC. It just says cannot circumvent.
Right.
And it
What
wasn't
he's trying to do is not violate 91A.
how one uses to send out the minutes, so that if you have a problem with the minutes, then you email directly to the person who constructs the minutes. Or if there's information that is sent out, it is sent out to everyone, but blind copied, so that you don't create a quorum by responding to everybody. That was the whole point. I was told by the appropriate people that is why you blind copy, so you don't create a quorum, and then you're in violation of 91A because you created a quorum. And that's my story, and you can put it in the minutes.
Do you have anything else, Representative Concord? Oh.
Mr. Chairman,
Good,
before
thank
we
you.
get more issues on the table and I get lost, I'd like to return for a moment to the question about the notice of the meeting on the 1st, and the question revolving around whether or not there was notice or not.
And that was January 19th.
I'm sorry, January 19th, forgive me. So with the meeting of January 19th in view, what person would be responsible for the public notice?
Well, I assumed it would be Deb Shackett, but I don't know that for sure.
Well, can we have that confirmed since Deb is here? Is the chairman correct?
I think technically it's the clerk who is responsible for notice,
It is the clerk.
but traditionally, or my office is responsible or usually does post and notice all meetings.
Do you do so at the direction of the clerk or the request of the clerk?
Or
do you
the
just do
chairman.
this for the chair, or do you just do this independently?
No, at the request of the chairman.
So in this instance, were you requested by either the clerk or the chair to post notice of this meeting?
I'm gonna get back to you, as I said before, I don't know.
You have your, not to be contentious, but you have your laptop in front of you, which contains your work product, and you can't access that now.
I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that.
No, when you've requested public information, and I'm gonna get it to you, but not in the heat of this moment where mistakes are usually made. So I will look it up, go back and look at all the notes, find out exactly what happened, and then let you all know.
That's troublesome.
Mr. Chairman, if I may for a moment, I just wanted to address Representative Comtois' concerns as far as proper public notice being given for the subcommittee hearings. Having attended all the subcommittee hearings and having seen various members of the public in attendance for those meetings, it's more probable than not that it was in fact posted publicly. 7 days or more in advance, each meeting.
It seems to me that I notice making sure with Ms. Shackett that all of these meetings were properly posted, because I'm not exactly sure as to the timeline. And I'm not trying to lay it on you. If it comes down to it, it's my fault.
I really believe that we need point of clarification on this first meeting. I think it's.
Right now?
Yes.
So we probably
Before we move
adjourn this
forward,
meeting and we'll make a note.
I think it's extremely
The
important.
budget's already, let the commission's budget go. Table the budget.
You would table the budget and let the commissioners.
Yes, sir.
Make motions to adjourn.
I'll make a motion that we table the budget hearing and look at it until all of this can be done at whatever time in the future, and that we just table this whole issue,
I'll second it.
Clarification, what are you trying to table?
the budget.
The entire budget
Yep.
presentation?
Yep,
Hours.
When does our budget have to be in by?
April 1st, the commissioner's recommended budget will go into effect.
it's not negotiable, discussion.
I was asking for clarification, what would happen?
It's motions on the floor to
Do
table.
we have a second?
I seconded it.
Do we have any further discussion?
Croc TV.